Northern Eurasia, 35,000 years ago. A land where winter dominates every aspect of life. Every animal is concerned about the coming season. Bears gorge themselves, birds fly south, and humans meticulously plan their survival. They collect firewood, repair their winter clothing, and hoard vast amounts of food. Many hunker down in caves while others live in constructed dwellings. When the snow begins to fall, bears head for a place to hibernate. As their name suggests, cave bears frequently hibernated in the caves of Eurasia. A particular cave located in the Ural Mountains was a popular destination for these bears. It is a large 100-meter-long corridor capable of accommodating several bears at once. There are remains of over 100 cave bears along with cave lion and a few other animals. Most of the bears were Ursus spelaeus urmus, the small cave bear. They were smaller relatives of the larger Ursus spelaeus, the animal typically referred to when talking about cave bears. Though considered small, that is only in comparison. Many of them were bigger than grizzly bears and were more on par with Kodiak bears. They are also known for their tendency of dying en masse during hibernation in particularly brutal winters. Most of the remains at Imine Cave show no signs of violence or butchery. They likely died of starvation, freezing to death, or maybe illness. But one skull stands out amongst the others. A fairly large bear has a hole located to the rear of its skull in the parietal bone. It is a unique wound. The upper edge is uneven and wide in the middle, while the lower edge has a gentle curve. The shape of the hole is remarkably similar to the cross-section shape of projectile points found in the same layer as many bear remains. It is as clear as day that this bear was killed by a human projectile. Now, this isn't necessarily surprising. We know our ancestors and other humans like Neanderthals did hunt bears. Bears competed with our habitation of caves. At the time, constructed dwellings were not very common for long-term habitation. Our ancestors preferred deep caves to spend the winter in. The enamel layers on the bear's teeth tell us that it was killed during the winter. We will never know the full story of how this bear was slain, but that is not necessarily important. What is important is that this story reminds us of a misunderstood aspect of history. That history is made of individuals. Though we do not know his name, what he looked like, what he valued, it was one man who made this hole in this bear's head. And the bear had his own particular story. Both of these animals lived long and detailed lives with as many triumphs and tragedies as the one you are living right now. It was one fateful day during the depths of a cold winter that these two crossed paths. It was one thrust of a spear, one puncture of a skull, and one last sigh of agony that the bear would give. The encounter could have only lasted a few moments. A few moments in the distant past that would carry its message to the future. That these humans, whether scared or brave, would end the life of a monster weighing more than 5 men. With a stick and stone, likely the product of his own creation, would be thrusted with all his strength directly into the head of the sleeping Goliath. We can't be sure if this bear was awake or not for the attack. It was certainly winter when the attack occurred, and it was likely deep within winter. Because of the angle of the spear impact, the bear was looking away from the blow. He may have been curled up in a ball and speared from above. Or perhaps multiple hunters surrounded the bear and stabbed him from multiple angles. Regardless, imagine the mindset of these people. We are going to use our sharp stones that we made to go fight a beast as strong as 10 men. I think it is a fair assumption to say that these people were much tougher than we are today. I love this story because it reminds us that every discovery provides us with a new perspective about times we will never truly know. We have discovered so many unique remains that never cease to amaze me. From the beautiful walls of Chauvet to the decrepit bones of Neanderthals that suffered long ago. We live in a world that is connected to its past in the most intimate of ways. For we too are only a fleeting moment of time. There was a time before us, and there will be a time after us. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Check out my Instagram and comment some video ideas down below. I make videos about history of humans, ancient animals, and the occasional full-length documentary. If that sounds interesting, check out the over 100 videos I have made. Well, I'll see you on the next episode of Northo 2. See ya.